I believe we are live. Let's check in and see on our YouTube feed where we are, and we should be ready to rock and roll here. So 1 second, and okay, how are we looking? How are we looking? Let's see. Okay. All right, so we're just a couple seconds behind lag-wise. So updated the latency so that it looks a little bit, or so that we have a little bit more clarity, so you guys can see what I'm doing closer in real time, and that should help out on a couple things here. So let's see. Happy to have you guys. Let's get the, the stream set up here. So we're gonna go here, here, and send it out a couple places, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Give me a second. Let's go channels. We are live. Okay, there's one. And then what we're gonna do is go to another place and also paste it. We're gonna go here. And this should get us going. Okay. Oh shit. Sorry. And root. All right. All right. So we're going to be live trading today, one of our Apex evals again. So we'll be doing that, and what we want to do is catch some good trades. Now, I waited for basically the news to come out today. So here's what we're looking. We've got crude oil in about 30 minutes, so we won't worry about that. Powell speaks today at 12:45. We'll be done by then. But we had service PMI. I don't even know what ISM service is. It's manufacturing, but I really don't know what it means too deeply, other than the fact that I don't want to be trading while that news is getting reported, because price gets very, very aggressive very quick. Okay, so we had a nice drop down, nice pullback, and we're back. All right, so let's make sure everything looks good on my end of things. I think we're sitting in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, we should be ready to rock and roll. Cool. All right. So let's move this up a little bit, zoom out there. Now, the updated predictive model actually is live, so if any of you guys have access to it, if you remove it from your account, you log out, log back in, re-add the predictive model to your chart, you will see the updated version with the clouds, with the channel, of course. You'll have the signals that you can use as well, which will look more like this. You guys have access to that right now, and you can remove this middle line here if you want as well. So quite a bit more customization there. Choose some of the colors, the choppiness down here. I'll put together an updated curriculum of these things as time goes on. So probably at the end of today, I'll basically re-record some things so that you guys have a better idea of what's going on here and some of the updates. Because I think a lot of you are struggling with the types of trades you want to be taking. And if we can kind of nip that in the bud, I think you guys are going to have a lot of success pretty quick. All right, so let's keep it rolling here. We had price bounce off of VWAP essentially twice over here and then here again as well. And so keeping an eye on that. I'm not sure where price wants to end up here. Let's see what the market's up to. Ethereum's up 5%, so that's cool. Market's up a little bit today, so that's fine as well. Let's see if we can get ourselves along here. We want to make sure we're trading 4 contracts for this eval. We want to pass it as soon as we possibly can. And I've got the ATR sitting at 13, so I've got enough juice in the market to make what I want to see happen. All right, so we're inside the channel. We're waiting for price to kind of get outside the channel, and then from there we will get going. Let's see here. Brennan is live. Welcome, Brennan. Let's see. So this is a lot newer for me. We're only a couple seconds behind, which is great. So ideally, this should help a lot of you guys take some trades with me, or at least see exactly what I'm seeing, exactly when I'm seeing it, if that makes sense. All right, we got price inside the channel. Let's see what happens here. If we can get a decent little pullback. I recognize these highs over here, and so I'm gonna be patient with this trade, but this could be a nice little scalp for us. So let's be patient. Let's see what we got. Price up here, we're about 5 points away. If we get a decent pullback, then I'd be interested in this one. So I want to see here. So price pushes up. Now we're rejecting. Okay, and if we reject pretty deep, I'm going to be interested in this trade. But right now, we're sitting at the channel line. We're sitting at some resistance up here as well. You guys should be able to see that at 42, which is right here. We're seeing that a couple times now. Maybe this is the 4th time. So we are going to wait let's see. So that level and also this level here are rejecting pretty strong. So we want to be patient and just make sure that we don't get ourselves into something dangerous there. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, so nothing right here just yet. We want to see price. I'm not necessarily thinking we need to break out of this, but I do think I want to see price build and get going here instead of rejecting twice. Now, one of the setups I really do like is when price is moving and we're outside the channel and it reverses back into the channel. I love that type of trade. That's one I'll take almost every time, but this isn't one of those. Price is not outside the channel, and right now we're really just sitting here waiting for it to do something. It's either going to reverse back down or it's going to reverse and keep going up. So we're going to be patient and let that thing do its thing, and we will be ready to rock and roll. Jesse, welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Happy to have you guys watching. Again, the latency should be much better today. Should be able to, you guys maybe take some of these trades with me. You should only be like a second behind or so. All right, so here we have a potential trade here. Let's see what we got. See if we can get price to pull back a little bit, and then we'll go. It's not the worst thing in the world if price doesn't pull back for us. I'm gonna go long right there. Now I'm going long into resistance. I understand this quite well, that I've got a ton of resistance right here, but I want to see if price can break higher and then take me to new levels here. So let's see what we got. 120, 200, 300, 280, okay. 180, 220. Patiently waiting here. Let's see what we got. 240, 260, 280, 320. Okay. Okay, we'll take 380 on that one. So really good trade there. Off to a good start. Love to see that. So let's see if we can get in my Tradebit account over here and double check. All right, so really we just need about 3 to 4 more of those and we'll be good to go. So let's see, let's get logged in over here as well. Okay. All right, I think this is the right one. Let me see. 61. All right, cool. Yep, so about 300 bucks on that. So really good trade there. Now I'm kind of interested in this little trade right here. I'm not necessarily sure what price wants to do just yet, but here's what we have. So we had price reject a few times here, this region here and this region right here. So this is very interesting to me. I'm not looking for a long or a short right now. I'm just kind of waiting. I took a chance on this candle and I got out probably at the perfect time, maybe a little bit early. I probably could have squeezed out a little bit more, like 40 bucks or so, but probably spot on. Then price rejects strongly and it pushes back down. So I don't like to hold my trades very long for times like this where I could have turned a winning trade into a losing trade. We don't want to do that on any type of account. So we're just kind of sitting here and waiting, and we want to see what price wants to do here. Now my assumptions, I think price actually wants to fall back down, but I don't want to take that trade just yet. All right, so we have price flying up here, which is good. So we may or may not get this candle just yet, and that's okay. Let's put the signals on here so you guys can kind of see what the model's seeing. Let's do this right here. So the model sees this high made and then a red candle, so it's going to predict a short. Now, if you hold until price gets into our sell zone here, you'd probably be down, a few $100 right now, but this probably would be a losing trade. So we'll want to wait for this thing to make some action, and then what we're going to do is take a long here. All right, so we're going to wait. Let's make sure that we let this thing settle out first, and then we'll take that long. Okay, yes sir. Yes sir, burning a quick 300, absolutely. Let's see if we can get another one right here. I got 12 of you guys watching. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. Okay, I'm gonna go long right there. This is a bit of an aggressive trade here. I think price is gonna push down a little bit further before going up, but maybe my entry was solid here. Let's see, we're down 20, we're even, we're down 200. Okay, up 80, down 40. Okay, so price is really chopping. I believe that we're gonna try and fill some of this. I don't know if we're gonna get all the way back up here. That'd be sick, but I do think we're gonna keep moving up here a little bit. Let's see, plus 60. If I can get 200 bucks in this trade, I'll be solid with it. Okay, there's 500, 560, 580. Okay, let's see. Let's take 480 on that one, maybe 400 bucks on that one. So super solid trade again. All right, yep, so we're up $629 in this account. So another 680 there, or 480 I think. Trade again. All right, and what we're doing is we're just waiting for price to give us what we're looking for. We know what we want. We know we want longs right here at least, and we know that we want to see price pull back a little bit and then enter, and we want to get these trades. So really solid trading this morning. First couple minutes have been really, really good. We got the ATR nice and high. So what we're waiting on is one of two things. Uh-oh. I'm not going to try that again. I don't know why that didn't send. Let's make sure I'm still live here. Hold on. Okay. All right, cool. Got 12 of you guys watching. Happy to have you guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's keep going here. So now you guys know one of my favorite trades is for price to get back inside the channel and we go short. I do love that setup, and the reason for it is price makes like these highs, and then eventually like sellers step in this case and push price back. Remember this: the channel is where price is like expected to be. Okay, and what that means, if price pops green here, I'm gonna go short. This is an aggressive one. I'm going short right here. Minus 220, minus 180. Let's see. Okay, ultra aggressive here. I'm pressing my luck to see if I can get something here. Let's see. Okay, plus 20, even. All right. Entry was a little early. If I entered in higher, I would be about up $100 or so, and we'd be sitting decently. There's 220, 120, 100. Okay, we're gonna close that one out at $100 there. Not the smoothest of trades, but the idea was spot on. So we're up to 25,700 in this account. So we're sitting in a really good spot, and the model's calling for shorts here. We're gonna be patient. Now, that was probably the choppiest of trades that I'm probably going to take today. Not the smoothest, but it was still profitable. We had about 200 bucks of profit, and we missed out on about $100 of that. Could have made a little bit more, but happens from time to time. Now, let's keep in mind that we do have news, and it's not like heavy news, and it shouldn't be news that affects our trade. This is crude oil news, but we have that about 15 minutes. And so as we get closer within 3 minutes or so of that news coming out, we're probably going to sit out no matter what the move is, and then we'll trade again. Okay, so keep that in mind. We don't want to be trading while there's news. I use Forex Factory. It's the first site that I started using news for back in 2018, and it has never changed its layout. It's never changed the way it's operated, and I can see all of the events that are coming up that allow me, that give me the information to really not trade. I used to trade in the mornings. I'd get up around like 2 a.m. or something and try to trade these news, like the red ones, the red like folders here. So if like Euro had news this is all in Eastern time, had this, let's say this was like a red chart. These are the important ones, red and orange are important. I'd get up at like 2:15 or like 2:10 and try to catch a trade, and it wouldn't work, but it was worth a shot, So anyway, let's keep going here. We're sitting in a good spot. Let's see what we got. So a couple good trades to start the day, and now we're just waiting to see what price wants to do. Now let's keep in mind, VWAP is down here at around 405, 404 or so, and it's going to continue to move up. But we had price reject down here. Price will trade back down to VWAP in some of these deviation lines. So we have one coming up here in about 5 points, and we have another one here at the bottom of the channel in the 5-minute chart. Keep these in mind because price will push through these things. Now I'm looking for a short here, it looks like, and I am curious to see what price wants to do at this point. Okay, so price pushes down, it touches, and if we reverse up, that's going to be that kind of end of this move here. So my entry 2, 3, 4 candles back 4 minutes ago was really good. I'm not going to hold for this entire move because that's not how I trade, but what I was seeing was correct. Price pushed up, tried it again. We took a trade on this one, really good. We took a trade, not on this one, but this one right here, I believe, as well. And price got exhausted and it pushed back down. That's really good. I like seeing that. We're seeing the markets really clear right now. And so this should make it a lot easier. And the new model is just going to make sure that our signals are in the right spot. You're not going to get flip-flopping. You're not going to get where it jumps back and forth. We've eliminated all of that with this new update. So we're sitting in some good spots here. And I've got some more ideas I want to test out over time, but for now we're in a good spot. All right, so bottom of the channel on the 5 minute. Let's see what this one wants to do here. So we're in another push down, which is good. Price rejects this level, this 415 level. Another time, let's see. Right there. All right, so price rejects that. And yeah, I was gonna say probably a decent selling opportunity right here. I'm not gonna take that trade. That's not what I wanna do. I don't wanna trade inside the channel. I wanna be better about not doing that for you guys. A lot of you guys are like, you say don't trade in the channel, but then I do. So I wanna be better about not doing it. So I'm not going to, but I want to, but I'm not going to. So I'll be better about that. But this is, to me, a decent setup. Price had pushed up, sell, and then price pushes back down, easy money. But we need price to get outside the channel first, and then we can find ourselves into a trade. So I don't really need that line there because I know where price wants to go. Now, if we break out of here, I don't know that we're going to get all the way to VWAP. We've seen that a few times. We might even get past it, actually. So I'm going to be patient here and just see what price wants to do, and then we'll take another trade here. And we are about halfway, almost, to our goal. So we're moving along here pretty nice. Okay. At the pace this is moving, we might not get a decent trade until after that news comes up in about 12 minutes or so. Let's see what we got here. You could. Okay, so Jesse's out of here. Glad you could make it this morning though, Jesse. Got 15 of you guys watching. That's exciting. 16 of you guys now. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot. And also let me know what kind of content you guys want to see, and also what type of trades you guys are taking right now. What's your P&L for the day? How you doing? For those of you guys who are newer, who haven't watched the replay just yet, we're up about $700 in another eval. So we're hanging on. And we should finish this one before top the out, as long as we get another probably 2 to 3 trades. So let's see what we got. All right, so price bottoms here and moves back up, which on the 5 minute chart is pretty simple and easy to understand here. Make sure my 5 minute chart's not being covered up. All right, cool. So price dips down all the way down here and reverses back up. Okay. So now we kind of have this uptrend forming on the 5 minute, which is fine. We have basically buyers stepping in right here, up here, over here too, and then now here. So we might get another long opportunity, to which we need to be cautious because we've got that 465 level out there and that 458 level. These two right here, these 2 wicks over here, you guys can see that. Price rejected there a few times, and so we need to make sure that we're not trading into that. All right. Let's see what we got here. We're being patient. We want to wait. I want to see price get outside the channel here and then continue on up. All right. So I want to see price to get out of here, and then maybe we get, there we go. Okay. So now that price has popped. Let's see if we get something like move over here to that 57 level, and then maybe test that 64 level again. All right, so let's see what we got here. Now, price could reject, and if it does reject, we could have a trade. Like, we could have price fall back into the channel, go long, and it gets outside the channel. Like, we could see that again. Like, that could very well happen. We just need to be patient here and see what we get. So here's price coming back down, and if it comes down a little further, maybe I'd take it, but not yet. I don't know that price has given us anything that's worth trading just yet. Close, but nothing yet. Okay, so it hits our buy zone barely. Let's see what we got. It pushes back up, so that's good. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see what price wants to do here. Now I have to be patient here because I know price, and I know everyone sees these highs here. And I see that. So I have to be patient, and I'm gonna wait for this pullback if there is one, and then I'm gonna go long. All right, so let's see. 4, okay. Okay, so here's some pullback, not enough though. I wanna see a pretty solid pullback here. So when price is trading inside of previous wicks, that's a solid thing. Right? right? There are buyers and sellers, a lot of activity in this area. That's good, we can manage around that. We just have to be a little bit more cautious with our entries before we jump in. So here's some selling, that's good. And I wonder if that's enough buying here to get price to go back up, maybe. But this is choppy. Although we have the choppiness index at the bottom showing blue as in it's not choppy and this is actually trend, I get that. But if we're gonna ride the channel, it's gonna be very wicky. And that's not really where I wanna be. It's gonna be hard to squeeze out to get $400 or $500 on a trade. Very difficult to do when you've got this level of choppiness. All right, so we're about 8 minutes away from some new news coming out, so nothing to be concerned about just yet. We'll be patient. Watching all these replays, and notice TradingView also experienced this myself. Yeah, Adam, thanks for chatting. Thanks for the comment. Adam, you're right. So in the coming maybe weeks or so, I'll probably go ahead and start taking my trades on Tradevate directly. The interesting part about that is I can't put any of this on Tradevate, and so I'll probably have to get myself just a different setup and add a monitor or something, and then just click buy and sell on Tradevate. Every once in a while, I get like, sometimes it's usually bad when price is really choppy / when price isn't moving a lot. You get bad fills. Typically when you get price trending, it doesn't happen as much. But sometimes you will get into a trade and get out of a trade like way better than you deserved using TradingView. So sometimes it works out in your favor, but I agree with you. The delay that TradingView can give you from time to time is just a little bit different. If you just go to Tradevate, like overall, the price movement is way more fluid than it is on TradingView. And so I was wondering if TradingView had a way to like smoothen that out to make it look like a different broker, because to me there really isn't an amount of money I wouldn't pay to have that, but I don't think it's possible with TradingView. There's just too much going on for them to do that. There is like, I think there's like a tick data that you could get, but I think that just measures, it's just for candles. I'd have to check into it, but I've looked into it a couple times and I didn't see anything that would allow to get like smoother price action, because if you could see the stuff moving, then your fill would make more sense, right? Your fill on Tradevate is just like you purchased, and because TradingView is like a couple milliseconds behind, your fill doesn't make sense for what you were seeing. But overall, we're probably a half a point off sometimes, maybe a little bit more, a little less. And so we should be in moves where we're capturing 5, 7, 10 points, to which, just $20 or so, $50 or so isn't going to make a huge difference one way or the other. I have not won a trade or lost a trade because of TradingView's fills, but I do agree with you for sure. Let's see, candles, lag the P&L like you mentioned, live stream, make sure P&L inside of the candle, make sure, thanks for the response. You are absolutely welcome. Yeah, I would say it's part of it. It is part of using TradingView. And there are ways to get around it. For instance, you could also just execute these trades on your phone. So like you could be like seeing this and then you punch sell or you punch buy, or you could do the opposite, have TradingView on your phone and then open up Tradevate, and then as you see trades happening, you just click. Because ultimately what we're looking for is just to pull back and then enter the trade. Like this is actually a really good setup right here. I'm not gonna tell you, but price is inside the channel. I don't like that, but it pushes up into here, sell, and then price is gonna run back down here, ideally a little bit. And if we get that would be a really solid trade. All right, so here's a second chance to get it, sell, right? And then price is gonna push down, hopefully, and we make a couple $100 on that. Now that's not a trade I wanna take because of what price is doing. Of course I could be wrong, but because price is really building up here, we don't wanna get in the way of that. And because it's inside of our channel, we don't wanna be in that trade either. Now I could be wrong here, and this is why we don't take these trades, and it looks like I would be potentially. Let's see how high this goes before it reverses down, if it does. All right, so I got blown out of that trade, easy enough, which is probably a prime example why we don't want to trade inside the channel. But this is what I'd be looking for, is price curling back, and then we get into that. Let's see. All right, so price, we have 4 minutes, 3 minutes or so until news, and price has rejected this level every time it's crawled. It hasn't held this level at all very well. It definitely hasn't held that one, and this is now the high that I'm looking at for all of these trades. And so we're gonna get some news here, and the news could be the excuse for price going higher. We'll see, but we'll have to wait another 3 minutes or so. So what we're gonna do now is for the next 3 minutes, we're not gonna take any trades. We're just gonna wait for this news to come out. And again, the news isn't significant at all. We have news in 3 minutes here, you can see that. Can you guys see that? Let's see, let's go up a little bit. We have news in 3 minutes. Nothing significant that shouldn't impact the markets, but it will move the markets a little bit. And so we'll wait for that to hit. And then once that hits, we'll probably get some sort of new either downtrend here forming, or maybe we'll get a break higher potentially. But one thing is for sure, we've seen price reject all of these levels here. And so, I might want to set get into one of these trades here, set a stop up there, and then hold for a short down here. That's not how I trade, but it is something that's easy to see right here, right? Enter up here, stop loss up there, take profit probably down here. And then that would be a solid trade. So, but might not get that. Let's be patient. No sense in forcing anything. Let's see. Where are you guys watching from? Where are you watching from? This is anyone. How's your day going so far? How's your morning so far? Again, we are at $700 of profit so far today. So we're doing good. We just need to wait a little bit longer for this news to clear up. We are now 2 minutes away and counting, minute 57, okay? Let's see what price wants to do. Again, sometimes news can act as like a weird catalyst to send price exactly where it wants to go anyway. All right, so let's see what we got here. UK, Adam, nice. You're very welcome for the live videos. What's up, Todd? Hickory NC, welcome in. Todd, I'm pretty sure we have something scheduled later today, so I'll be chatting with you pretty soon. Let's see, market's green. Ethereum's up 6%, which is pretty cool. Good to see that for Ethereum folks. At one point, I thought Ethereum would be more beneficial than Bitcoin, and it still might be, but we'll see. I don't own any Ethereum, so anyway. All right, NYCJMP. Let's see, Southwest Florida, Kevin's in North Kentucky, Tulsa. Nice. Good to see you guys. Thanks for checking on in. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri myself, middle of the country, so I'm Central Time. It is 9:30 where I am, or about to be at least. Okay, so we got this is an ideal setup right here. All right, so price pushes down, right? Price push down here. We want to buy this too. We want to buy that, and then we ideally like to see price get up into here. Now, the reason that this isn't a trade is because we have news coming up, and so I'm going to wait for that. And our ATR's at 9, so I got to be cautious on what I'm looking for. But that's the exact trade that we're looking for. Again, I don't want to get in the way of news, because people speculate and gamble on news all day. It's no different than earnings. It's no different than sports betting, honestly. People just throw money in right as news happens, trying to catch like the data, and then try to catch a huge ride, right? And so we don't want to be a part of that at all. I don't, at least. And so we're gonna wait just a second and see what happens here. Okay, so short. All right, so news hits. Okay, and let's see how the market wants to respond to this. We're gonna be patient here. Pending. Somebody always has the information before you do, always. All right, and let's see if we get a big movement of price here. Let's see what we get. Forex Factory. Okay, so, whoa, is that accurate? Is that accurate? That doesn't even make sense. Are we sure? Okay. November 27th. Are we sure that's right? Really? How's it negative 5.1 million? That's crazy. And not that I know crude oil very well, but if we had a forecast of negative 1.5 and it ends up being negative 5.1, I don't know if that's right. It doesn't matter. I'm not an oil trader. It doesn't matter. All right, so price pushes down here. We're back inside the channel, and part of me wants to go. Part of me wants to go short really bad, but we're gonna be patient here. So let's get rid of some of these support resistance lines for just a second. You can see that on the 5 minute. We had price push up outside the channel. It pushed back down, and here's the news, if you can see that. Let's get the model off there for just a second. Here's the news, that big candle there, and that changed the ATR a little bit, puts us back at just about 10, which is fine. But we had price push outside the channel. It comes back in, and this is the trade that I want. So it popped up here for a second. I should have gone short, and I probably could have captured about 300 bucks on that one. Now, the reason we don't trade inside the channel beyond maybe just the reversal inside of it is because it can get wicky like this and get very unpredictable. So this has been a kind of a boring morning so far. We've only been able to take about 2 trades, which is less than I would like for 30 minutes. But we'll be patient. So here's potentially another chance for us to go long. Model says short, so we're going to be cautious on that. But we're trying to build. But when price is riding the channel like this, right, when we've got like price riding the channel, this is very choppy. Ideally, we want to see clean breaks in and out. Not that we've had anything today. Let's see. Here's something earlier in the morning. Brendan, my younger brother, not a little younger, he trades early in the morning sometimes. When you get price to roll out of the channel like this is nice, right? This is clean. Like this is very easy to trade and see. But what we have right now is price basically hovering around. Now that's a clean break. That's what we're waiting on. All right, so now we got some action. All right, so yeah, ATR is flying back up, good. Now remember, all we're waiting on is the same thing as before. We want to see a pullback, and then we want to see, we want to jump in. So let's see what we got. Okay, so price pushes up, and we might not get this trade if this thing goes the way I think it's going to go. All right. Okay, I'm being patient here. Okay, I'm going to enter right there. I think I was a little bit late, but we'll see. I wasn't sure if price wanted to continue to push down first and then go up. It looks like it might be done going down, which would be beneficial for me. All right, there's 200. Let's see, 240. Okay, 320, 340. Hits our take profit. Let's see. Holding 240, 200, 100. Okay, 160, 200. Okay, 180. We're being patient here. I like this trade, I just don't know what it wants to do yet. Okay. See, still have a solid entry for this candle too. So I'm up 80. Let's see. Now we're negative. That's no good. Now we're even. There's 160. All right, I'm gonna close that one out at I think 120. Let me see what we got here. Yep, 120 on that one. So we're up. Actually, yeah, we're up like 30. I was like $30 trade. So we were up 200 or almost 300 on that one, and then we let it come back to us. Not the cleanest of trades there. I wanted to see if this thing would fly a little bit higher. It did not, and so we paid for it by not taking as much profit as we should have. And then this candle continues to go up, which is good. So we have some trend, which is great. Let's be patient and try to catch another one here. All right, so we saw that there were buyers stepping in right there at that level. Now, I don't necessarily want to hold for price to push back down to this level and then get in again, but I'm just keeping note of that. Like I just have an idea that, okay, prices, it's pushed down about 3 points or so. And so on this next candle, let's see what we got. There's no more news for me to look at, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's get into here, okay? Let's see if price gives us some more push down first. And I really want to see price get down to like right here, so at that 73 level, and then we go long, but I'm not gonna get that. Let's see, maybe we will. All right, so price jumps up, and let's see. All right, now because price already pushed up, I'd want to see price get down to the 69 level, so at 4 points lower than I was expecting before. Let's see. So we're about halfway to our goal on this eval. So doing good, doing good. We should be a little bit closer, but we messed up on that last trade and didn't get out soon enough. Looks like the market's gonna give me about 300 points pretty easy. And if I want more than that, I'm gonna have to really grind for it. So our $300 pretty easy. $300 of profit, easy, not points. 300 points, I'll take that all day. All right, so easy, and this is what we're looking for. Easy trend right here. You guys, everybody can see this, right? This is easy. This is what we're looking for. These wicks, I'm not worried about as much, but the bigger the wick on the top, I do want to wait for a decent little pullback on this candle here before we get in. All right, if we don't get it, we don't get it. That's the other thing. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I'd want to see it get back down to that 78 level before we jump in. All right, so there's some sellers stepping in over here. That's fine. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna wait, and wait. And we'll be patient. And the reason I'm not getting in on some of these like quick pullbacks is because what you don't want to do is get into a trade where you enter the pullback too soon and it pulls back super deep on you like this. And then you're just in a really bad trade and you don't know what to do. You have to get out with a huge loss. Ideally, I don't want to take any losses in this eval this morning. We're 3 for 3 so far for $700 on 4 contracts, so it's okay, but we could definitely be doing better. All right, we had a chance to be up 1,000, so, you know, whatever. All right. The way I look at these is about $300, 5 trades is enough. Okay, now here's kind of what I'm saying. Is we could definitely get price to push back down into here before we go long again. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. And I might have a red candle or two, but I think I still like this long trend here. All right, so if this thing pushes down deeper, I'm gonna get into it. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's see. So there was a little push down here, and this one could go green. So we'll watch that one as well. We'll be patient. See, we got 17 of you guys watching, really appreciate it. Happy to have you guys here. I don't know why I can't scroll on my thing. All right, you guys haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe, like the channel and subscribe. Yeah, Brennan, 3 trades, it's been decent, but there's definitely some more action for me to have here. Now let's watch as price has rejected these levels here, and let's split the difference there 3 times now. So I'm not saying I'm looking for a short, but I am looking at price and it's not going any higher, so we're gonna be patient there. Okay, we're not making any higher wicks either. All right, and maybe we are. See if we can get price to pull back a little bit, and then we're gonna go long. If we can get price to get inside early in our channel, we'll take that, or early in our pullback zone. All right, so we're not taking this one either. Now, don't get me wrong, I do wanna chase these trades and get into them, like I absolutely want to, but there's no edge. If I get in at the very top, there's just no edge. Ultimately, if I entered over here, here, or here, I'd be down still, right? There just isn't a ton of opportunity for me to join in and make some good money on it. And so I'm gonna be super patient. Now that was a nice pullback there, but let's see. So price likes to buy from there. We're gonna push past that, I think. There we go. Now I'm waiting for this next candle. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go long right there, and price blew past it. Let's see, how far do we want to go with this? 180, 200. Okay, minus 320 on that one. I'm gonna go long again, right? I'm gonna go long again right there. I think that this is gonna reverse back up a little bit. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's see. So model now says short. Okay, minus 100, minus 120. Okay, I chased this one a little bit. Let's see. Minus 80, minus 120. Oof. Okay, I think I got minus 340 on that one. So not great there. All right, so we're back. We're up $100 now. So we're up 700, now we're down 100. Or up 100, that stinks. Bad trading there. All right, so now here's price reversing back inside the channel. This candle, I tried to call its bluff, and I wasn't able to get it. I wasn't able to get what I was looking for here, and so that's like catching a falling knife. That happens from time to time, and those trades occur. What shouldn't have happened is this one right here. This one is the one that really hurts because I didn't necessarily need to take this trade. I took it anyway. All right, so I kind of like price coming back down inside the channel here. So this is calling for a short. I'm gonna wait for this next candle. I think if we get price to push back up a little bit, maybe I can go for another short here. So let's see. All right, so if price pushes up, we're gonna go short. If it rejects, we're gonna go long. Let's see. All right. Okay, so price pushing back up, pushing back up. Okay, I'm gonna be conservative with this one. Let's see what happens here. Minus 100, 80. I'm looking for a short. I'm not looking long, I'm looking short. The reason I should have entered over here, so that's on me, but so I'm up $100, I'm down, even, 20. All right, let's see if we can get price to get inside the channel here and give us something. We're up $100 now, minus or 20, now we're down 40. Okay, maybe price wants to settle a little bit first. Let's see. Okay. 60, even, 40. Okay. All right, we got that one, now we're down. Shit. All right, so not seeing this as clear as I'd like to, and the move really was over for this candle right here. Now we just got to be patient and let these trades come to us because price is flying, but now that we're sitting on that channel, remember I said it gets really choppy when you sit on the channel? That's kind of what I mean. All right, so blew that one up pretty solid. That was kind of stupid of me actually. So we got to be patient there and wait, all right? And see what price wants to give us. What do we have on the day? Okay, looking good. Yeah, so just really sloppy by me personally. This trade shouldn't have happened. And then had I seen this properly, I just wouldn't have shorted into that, which was stupid. I shouldn't have shorted into that at all. I should have been long this entire time and maybe taken this one right here, but more importantly, just not traded at all. So we've got this right there, and that is kind of like, okay, sellers are stepping in. And so I don't know what I want to do with this move just yet, but I want to be patient and let it come to me. So either way, we're going to be patient and wait. But yeah, definitely smoked those trades. That was no fun. No fun at all. All right, so 18 of you guys saw me do that, which is great. So yeah, let's keep it going. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like the live, and if you haven't already, subscribe. But yeah, we smoked that one pretty good. All right, so let's see. Okay, let's see. If we get price to pull back, that'd be solid. Where's my ATR at? We're at 9 already, which isn't great. Ideally, when we look at the ATR, I want it to be as high as possible. The reason you want it to be high is because the higher the ATR, the larger the candles are. And sometimes large price action can be hard to deal with, but it's a lot easier to deal with than small price action for me, because some of these moves can just jump around and I want to be in and out as fast as I possibly can. So, and as you guys have seen, most of these trades don't last longer than a candle. At least they shouldn't. That's not my intention. All right, so price is rejecting right here. We're waiting for that. Let's see, now I gotta go make another $1,000 or another $1,500 again. So we'll be patient here and sit back and relax and see what we got. See what we got. All right. Okay. Get that going. All right, we're just sitting and waiting. Again, I do like these trades back into the channel a little bit. Like I'm kind of seeing this a little bit. I like this. We'll see if we get something like that. Let's see. Okay. Checking a couple things out here. All right, that's not a problem at all. Okay, cool. And we are waiting. Now, I do like, again, I kind of like price coming back down into here, looking for a short. But what I want to see is some really aggressive selling. Like I want to see this candle and then this candle kind of continue that. And we just haven't seen that yet. Now, I tried to go long on this one. I should have went short. That'd have been nice, but I'm starting to see that price is starting to slope down. I like this. If we look at our, like we add the signals back on here, we can really see that. We have price really starting to drop. And so I want to see a little bit more continuation here, and then maybe I can get a trade down in here. So let's see. Here's price reversing up. And we don't really want to battle the trend, but I also am like, I see this and this and this. I think I like it short. Let's see. Maybe we can get price to push up a little bit more, and then we can trade it back down. All right, so we waited for that one. We didn't take it, and maybe, yeah, there we go. All right, so still looking for a short here. And I kind of want to take this. I don't want to get blown out of the trade by going like short, and this thing is an obvious uptrend, so I'm going to wait. But I do like this idea, but it's not giving it to me just yet, and so we're going to wait. We're starting to see this a little bit, and I'm sure some of you guys can see this, but like we kind of have that going on a little bit, and so that's not really something you want to short into. All right, how's my 5-minute look? Looks pretty good. Make sure you guys can see that properly. All right, cool. So 5-minute looks decent, solid here. Let's be patient and wait. And we've got basically these wicks over here that we can all see on the 1-minute chart is what is also present on the 5. So here, and we'll just call it that. So price is just kind of stuck in this range, and which isn't a bad thing. There's plenty of opportunity for us to trade once it gets out of this range, but it's just stuck in here, right? And until it breaks out of that, nothing for us to really do. Up or down, doesn't matter which way it goes, we'll take advantage either way, but we see price making these new lows here, but they're continuously higher than they were before. So we're gonna wait, be patient, and see what we get here. See what we can get. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of this just because it's an eyesore to look at. And all right, so the 5 minute is, that's crazy right there. Just that level of rejection is nuts. Let's do this and that. All right, so I see that on the 5, but that doesn't mean price wants to curl down. It could still like blast through this. It still could. It just also kind of means that this is going to be hectic until that clears itself up. So this is either going to roll back inside the channel, great, and we'll be there to catch it, or it's going to pop up and then we'll be there to trade that. So we'll be patient. We let 2 trades really get away. One was a solid trade that just didn't work out well. The other was one that we definitely could have taken and made it easier. So let's see. Okay. All right. How's your guys' day going so far? You guys have seen me be up and then now down. So a little back and forth there action for me. Okay, now here is price dropping back down on the 5 minute. I like it too. Okay, now we can have ourselves, this is kind of the move I'm looking for. If I'm gonna take a trade inside the channel, this is what I'm looking for. So let's get these off the chart. All right, whoa. Now I don't know why price would drop like this, but like the last time, I'm not gonna stand in the way. All right, so let's see if we get ourselves a nice little, so prices, here's a 34 EMA, bounced off of that, and the 50s down here. So super interesting price action right now. Okay, really interesting price action. All right. We're just waiting. Because I'm not sure what price really wants to do, but now we have a new level to operate off of, which is we had price break outside of our little channel, our zone rather, that we kind of drew up, which is right here. And it broke out and it tried again, and now we're back into it. So we kind of have a new and resetting of price, a new resetting of what price maybe wants to do. And so what we can do is just wait and see what this gives us. We could see a nice little short position, our short move here down. And if so, I'd be looking at price to get back to that 55 level or the 44 level or somewhere in here as well. Now that's a lot of movement quickly, so I don't know that I'm gonna get it that way. It'd look a lot uglier than that, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. All right, so model still says short, good. Yeah, a lot of hectic. Really can't believe I took this. This one was fine. This one really stinks. Should have been better about that one. I should have waited for that one, because then I wouldn't have taken this one either. All right, so that was stupid of me. It's only like a couple trades that really mess it all up for everything. Usually you're pretty good, and then you missed a couple, and you're like, oh, don't want to take any losses, then we take 2 in a row, or maybe 3 in a row. I think. So just annoying. Anyway, all right. So anytime you're in a trade and it's like struggling to be profitable, you're probably in the wrong trade. All right. So knew that. Okay. Now let's see what price wants to do from here. That's interesting. All right. So I have my EMA sloping down here. And again, if you guys have the predictive model, if you have a free trial, if you have access to it, you purchased it, whatever it is, you will have the updated version. If you just take it off your chart, log out, log back in, and then add it to your chart again, you'll have all the updates that I have here. And so your chart can look just like mine after just a couple edits to the colors and different things, but you'll have everything that I have here to take these same trades. All right, and if you guys don't have it yet, I'll drop the link in the comment here to get access to it for your free trial. Let's go put that here. Okay, let's just go right there. All right, cool. And we should have ourselves a decent little trade coming up here, potentially. So let's see. That's really annoying. Okay, well, it's fine. All right. So let's see what happens here. We want to see price, and we are starting to see that price basically is bouncing right here. It's the 3rd time it's happened. And so if we get price to touch down here, again, we could get price to push back down. Now on the 5 minute chart, we're re-entering the channel, which is interesting. I'm starting to see price, you know, make it stop making these lows or these highs, start to make some new lows. So that's good. Let's see if we get that here. Again, you're going to be patient because price will give us a move and we will take it. We just got to wait for it to occur. All right, let's get rid of these, and these. Okay. And whatever this one is down here. 5 minute looks clean. All right. Let's see. Another rejection over here potentially? We'll see. Yep. Okay, so rejection of that same area. Totally fine. Let's see what we got. Let's see. How are you guys' mornings going so far? Hope all is well with you. Taking some good trades, taking some bad trades, and now we're waiting to get another good trade. So let me know where you're watching from. Check in with me. How you doing so far today, this morning? And we are waiting for something to happen here. I kind of like a short right here, but I'm not going to take that. But I kind of like it. So you got to sit back and just wait. Sit back and wait. When the price is inside the channel, we don't want to be taking trades. The only opportunity is when price makes, and really we haven't had a wonderful opportunity just yet. Maybe like this one right here. So here is probably the best look at this. Is price getting back inside the channel is like this right here. So price pushes outside the channel and the very next candle's green and it pushes back inside the channel. The opportunity would be maybe to take a short, like somewhere in here, or a long rather, right in here, and take this trade up in there. Like this candle here, you can go long there for this run up right here. Same thing here. When price reverses inside the channel, we have an opportunity. This would have been an opportunity, except for the fact that it didn't give us a chance to get in. Here's an opportunity to go long. And so when price gets back into the channel, we do have an opportunity, but when it's dancing like this, rarely do you get a chance to get in and really get some solid gains. So it looks like price could be building back up. We could be seeing price start to build back up and continue its upward trend back to these highs over here, these recent highs over there. So we'll be patient, but we could possibly see that. So we're watching for that too. Watching for that too. All right, so how's it look on the screen here? You guys can't even see the predictions. All right, cool. Let's see what we got. All right, awesome. I'm just looking at my computer to see if, how's it looking for you guys? All right, cool. So I turned the latency down, and so you guys should be able to keep up with what I'm trading, pretty closely. I think we're 3 or 4 seconds behind, maybe 5, and so not much. So that's good. So we should be able to take some trades together potentially. I'll try to figure out how to get it near perfect as we go. Okay. All right, so we do have price building down here, which is good. Let's see, model says short. Okay. So let's see what price wants to give us first. Because I thought we were gonna maybe be building back up a little bit, and maybe we still do, but now it looks like maybe we're gonna come down. On the 5-minute chart, here's what that looks like right now. So price is making this little push up here. I'd be willing to smack that down and go short right there. If I was showing on the 5-minute chart, I'd want to take a short right there and then try to catch price pushing back down to these lows over here at 62, which is right here. These lows right here. So let's see. So that's what I'm looking at on the 5-minute, which would be that right there potentially. But if we get it, then we should get price to hit this and keep running. That would be the idea, and then we'll keep an eye on that 59 level too, which is a little bit lower. No, yeah, 459. Okay, so there's that push down that we were talking about on the 5-minute. Now let's see if we can get price to hold here at all, and we'll take that trade. Okay, Jeff, Kansas City, sick. Using the predictive model, EVO passed this morning up 700 in 2 PA counts. Nice, Brendan. Great trading. Up $700, that's awesome. And 2 PA counts, that's fire. Good work, that is awesome. That is awesome. Real money being made this morning. We'd love to see that. Love to see that. That is crazy. Awesome. Great work, Brennan. Awesome work. Brennan is my younger brother. We have the same last name, so not too unobvious, but he'll be, Brennan, I'll have you, we'll be trading live tomorrow together. So we'll have that and Friday. So cool. We'll be able to have a little double up here. Collective minds and whatnot. All right, so ATR is at 7. Okay, it's a little lower. It's at 8 now. All right, now guys, keep in mind if the ATR gets like low like this, or it gets lower, down probably to like 6 or 7, so it really drop off, right? If it gets down to there, like there's not gonna be a ton of movement for me to want to trade. And so we're gonna keep an eye on that too, because if price gets small like this and it just stops moving, like then we're potentially gonna have ourselves a lot of choppiness or some trend movement, but it's not a ton, and we'd want to be patient on that. All right, so here's price pushing up higher, which is good. Okay, good. See if we can get ourselves a little $300-400 trade here. We want to see price push down first if it gets inside the channel here, and even if it's inside the channel, I'm okay with that, and I want to see price get up to that 87 level. All right, so if we get a pullback at all, we'll take a short, or I'll take a long rather, but maybe we don't get one here. So that's 2 points of movement. The top, yeah. All right, 4, good. All right, so we do have some movement here. Now it looks like price is going to retest these highs over here. And that'll be fascinating for us to take a look at, because we still probably have an uptrend, which is good. We just gotta be patient for it. Okay, so Bitcoin's down a little bit. Okay, the 1 year and 10 year are down. That's decent. Okay, price pulling back. Okay, it looks like that's gonna be the only pullback we're gonna get for this trade, potentially. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go long right there. And the reason for it is I'm thinking that price is going to continue to make these moves up here, and it just had to flush out a little bit first before it continues that trend. So we're up $80, up $100, 180, okay, 120, 260, 400, 360. Here we go, 520, 580, 600. Okay, we'll take 420 on that one. So super solid trade there. We had 600 on the chart. We missed out on that, and we only were able to get about 480 on that one. So really good trading there. Again, that was the move we're looking for. Even though price was inside the channel, we got this big, like decisive price action, and then we got price to pull back a little bit, and then we were able to get into that trade. And we really should have gotten out over here, up 600 bucks. I saw price stall out. I should have probably taken note of that, but I thought we could maybe see like a nice continuation, and we didn't. So we didn't lose money, but we didn't make as much as we could have, and we were back up. It's a super solid trade there. Love to see that. All right. Awesome, Brendan. Brendan, one thing, we'll talk about this tomorrow too when I see in Apex, you know this already, the consistency rule for the PA accounts to get a payout is 30%. So you can't have your best day trading can't be larger than 30% of your total portfolio at any given time. And so keep that in mind with your Apex accounts. The goal isn't to make as much money as you possibly can with those accounts, because you won't be able to get your payouts. You want to just be as consistent as you can. So if you're up 700 bucks in total, probably 300 to 400 bucks profit is probably as much as you want to have in those accounts, because you don't want to get a payout rejected, because then you basically have to make more money to get the same payout that you were already thinking you were going to get, which is why maybe like a top step could make more sense, but that's for a different story. We'll keep that going. But really good. At some point, I'll probably start copy trading some of those accounts too. All right, so I'm gonna go long right there. And I think this is, Phil wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. This is a bit of an aggressive trade too, but essentially what we're seeing is price blowing out our channel, making really decisive moves here. And I think we're gonna get up to that 91 level or so, and see if we can push and get price to go beyond that. All right, so there's 120, yep. So price got there and it rejected pretty quick. Let's see if we can get it again. If not, I have to protect this trade here by getting out. Let's see, up 20, Okay, up 100. Okay, there's 340. Whoa. 480. Okay, we'll take $400 on that trade. So we were able to catch that pretty good there. And we're basically back to where we were before. As you guys can see, and I'm not sure what it was at 10 a.m. that caused price to do that, but we were there to catch it. So you guys just saw a couple monster moves in a row right there. We just made about $800 in the past few minutes. So really good trading there. So we were up 700. We got down minus 200. Now we're back up to where we were before. So really good there. Yeah, Brandon, super solid there. I swear to you, TradingView doesn't like respond. I thought I was up more than $400, but by the time it like got to the top and then pulled back, I was probably up, $400 or so. And the same type of trade could be occurring right here. If price like gets lower in here, I'm gonna take a long again, but I think it's gonna pull back a little bit further. Yeah. Okay, I jumped in and I got a good fill there. Let's see, minus 100, minus 80. Let's see if this one can snap back for me. If it can, great. If it can't, then way to get out. All right, down 120. Okay, down 200. We're not gonna play with that one. As price obviously wants to go down here. So not the best trade in the world, but I like this spot. I just thought price would jump up. It didn't, and that's okay. So now we're looking for shorts here, and I really don't, that is tempting me to go short right there. Tempting. Let's see if it gets higher. Maybe I'll take one. If we don't, I don't. Let's see. No. Okay, so maybe this trade will be yeah. So this is what I thought would happen. Now, again, I thought price would fly a little bit lower. If there it is. Okay, so when I say I'll take a trade back inside the channel. Let's get rid of the clouds for just a moment here. When I say I'll take a trade inside the channel, that's what I mean. When price reverses back in like that, it pulls up, pushes back down. Like that's a really easy trade to see. Now from top of this one to bottom, that's about 6 points. So really, that'd have been a super solid trade there, and we could have easily had that one. I didn't take it, but 6 times 4, times 20. All right, so that'd have been another 480 right there that we could have potentially had. It's a super solid trade that would have been, but we didn't take it. Now, that move is now basically over and done. So we're not actually going to take this trade here. We're not going to do that. We're just going to wait. And so let's get the clouds back on here, and we can take some of the clouds off if we want to. So if we want to take some of the lower ones off and just use like the long-term ones, we could do that. If we just want to have the long-term candles on, or the short-term trend on there, we can certainly do that. So if you have a preference, you can do that. I'll put both of them on there just to keep a good eye on what's going on. All right, so price is trying to make these new highs. Let's see what price wants to do here. So, okay. Whoops. Watch out, there we go. Okay, so solid trading here so far. Let's see, high again from Greece. What's going on, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are up $500 inside of our Apex eval this morning. We were up 700, traded back down we basically lost 900. Then we ran it back up to plus 700 again, and then we took a small L on this candle right here, and I did so responsibly. I didn't let my trade get in the way, and so far today, we haven't had a losing trade larger than our winning trade. So we're continuing with that same one-to-one risk management, and let's see where the ATR is at. We're at 7, so I'm a little nervous about where price is trying to go here today, and it could be that we have like Powell speaking at, let's see, we have Powell speaking at 12:45, so basically 3 hours from now. That could be interesting for us to keep an eye on, so we'll wait and see. All right. Okay, so we're about a 5-second delay or so not crazy, but this is very choppy price action for us to try and trade. This is very difficult to capture. We caught 2 explosive moves here in a row, which was great, but like we would definitely like to see price break away like we got over here and take a couple of these trades, right? So that's an opportunity, that one would have been as well, but we didn't take that, definitely take that one. And let's see what we got here. Waiting. Okay. Let's see. So let's see if we can get ourselves another 5 points or so. We really just need about 5 points twice. Give us about $400 each, and we should be right where we need to be. Constantino. I think I'm getting all the T's, I believe. Constantinos. All right. So we got price ready to trend up. It looks like, and push up. But because these candles are so small, like I'm just not seeing the value just yet. But we are getting price to fly up, which is good, which is solid. So we just gotta be patient, I guess. Gotta be patient. It's good. Yeah, I'm getting better. Not that you'd be able to pronounce my name properly or anything like that, but you do a much better job than I would. But yeah, it is difficult. You gotta make sure you get all the vowels in there, all the consonants and vowels. All right. I'm wondering, is English like taught in Greece? Like, do you guys like not required, but is it a thing to where you guys would learn English as like a requirement, or is it just something you adopt, or even maybe you're just you're just typing in Greek. I'm gonna go with long right here. Let's see. Okay, cool. We got a good fill into that one. We're up $20. Let's see, up 40. So let's see. It's gonna be tough to get about 5 points on this one. Let's see, but we're gonna try. 160, 140. Okay, 160 again. 140. Man, we're trying, but it is tough sledding out here. Okay, we're even, up 80, 120. Now we're down, shit. All right, so we had a chance to get out profitable, we didn't. We're down $100 now. Let's see what we got here. I still like this position, but man, it's not gonna give me anything, is it? 240, 260. All right, yeah, we gotta get out of that one. Shit. All right, so price drops like, damn. So this is getting on my nerves. This is kind of what we mean is when price gets small like this, you get these big red candles that come in and blow up. It could be green too, right? It could be green candles when you're on a short trend. But when you have small price action like this, a lot of times it can get, like one candle can destroy the entire move. And we see that a lot. So here's one. And really, we've just been rejecting the same level multiple times. Like we've just been rejecting over here and here and here and here. We've been seeing that. So I had a chance to get out. I was up 180, I think, on that trade, and which was about 2.5 points. So that's fine, but it wasn't the trade we were hoping to get. And we got to keep an eye on that. All right, so ATR sitting at 7. We're still profitable on the day, which is good, but we definitely have to keep it going here. Necessary lesson on school now. Nice. Is the dang. Okay. It's great. No doubt. All right. So solid trading so far, but we just had one disturbing candle at a time kind of get in the way. If this one pops up, we can go for a short here. I'm gonna go short right there. All right. Let's see. And I think what I'm trying to see is if price will fly down for me and continue this little downward push here. There's 200, there's 140, okay. See if we can get about 3 points of movement here, which would be about $300. Let's see. Okay, just being patient, 180, 200. 220, there we go, 340, there we go, 500. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get out of that one. So I think we end up, let's see what we got here. We end up getting $400 on that trade, so another really good one. So we're consistently catching like solid wins and our losses are small, which is how I'm able to keep this account like ultra profitable, even though we've had some losses here. I have to go back and check what my actual like win rate is for the day, but again, win rate doesn't matter as much. I'm gonna take on the short right here. I wasn't aggressive enough with it. Maybe I don't want to take this one just yet. I'll be patient though. Okay. That was easy bread, and I didn't take it. Easy. And again, I don't think price is going to make this like crazy run down. It could. I don't think it's going to, but I definitely had a chance to get on this one. And that was a 5.6 point trade. That would have given me the $400 or $500 I'm looking for and then some. So now we've got ourselves, choppiness is blue. We got ourselves a nice little setup here. Let's see if we can catch another one here. Now look at the 5 minute. Now I'm not ultra aggressive. I'm not like thinking this thing is gonna come way down, but here's what we have here. We have price basically settling up here and trying to reverse back down. So we could get ourselves a decent little short. All right, so I got a nice trend building inside of the channel, and so we're gonna take advantage of that if we can, and get ourselves a decent pullback here, and then go short again. Let's see. Okay, oof. So I jumped in minus 60, so I have to give myself a little bit of grace there. Let's see what price wants to do here. Okay, patient, because my entry stunk. Okay, so I have to be about $60 slow on this one because of my entry. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if we can get to even, maybe potentially. 80, 100. Minus 100, minus 60, minus 100. There we go. Close, 140. Damn. Okay, minus 60 on 2220. All right, so we'll close out of that one. Had a chance, well, I never had a chance to be profitable in that one. This looks like a long. So we had, my entry was poor as far as execution. If I entered like closer to up here, then we would have been profitable at about $100 or so, maybe like 220 at max, and we weren't able to get that. So not a huge deal, but because our entry wasn't the best, we basically had to give back some of those profits there. So not the greatest. So again, trading inside the channel, I probably should have like not taken that trade, because ultimately the move was like 2 candles, 3 candles long. This one is the one, and then we have these 3 in a row, which are pretty good. I know you're wrong, it's pretty good. But this one here blows it all up, which has been the consistent story of the day, right? We get trend, blow up a trade. You know, we get one candle that blows it all up. Now, typically, these aren't hard to necessarily spot. We just have to be better about spotting them. All right, so, you know, for example, this spot here, we can wait for that. So, again, price inside the channel, we make good money when it does trend back in. But once it's in and it's settled a little bit, we got to be patient because we could be looking for some more upward movement here. So let's see what we got on that. Okay, so we're just waiting. And we'll let price do its thing. Good. Alrighty. Cool. Awesome, and all right. So moving along quite nicely here. Let's just see what price wants to do. Being a little bit aggressive with price inside the channel. We don't necessarily want to be doing that. And it's, every time I say it, something's going to be different, but it's kind of appearing that price just doesn't really want to go down, which is good. Like that's, you know, we want the market to go up rather than down. But I mentioned this before, and we took 2 trades. One was good, one was bad, where price is outside the channel, and we know that we're probably looking for an uptrend on this over here. And we need to be patient with it, because even though this thing is starting to come down a little bit, like the overall trend is long. Not that price can't, you know, start to make new lows or anything like that, but this right here is like bullish. Even though these little pullbacks are occurring, all of this is very bullish over here. This higher time frame. If we went to an even higher time frame, say 10-minute chart, for example, this is how this looks, right? We have price going up. Now we're settling, and we could be coming down. Don't get me wrong. We could be like coming down, definitely. But we're still in an uptrend, so we have to be patient and also like temper expectations on what this could mean. So let's keep the 10-minute over there. I'll put it back to the 5. Doesn't really matter. Oh, this shoot, but shoot it back at the 5. Doesn't really matter too much. Okay. And I don't want to do that. All right. Okay. So we got price starting to make a move here. Now again, if we get price outside the channel, like we'll take that all day. And realistically, 63, so we're about 11 points away. Down here, these previous lows over here is interesting. We could definitely see that. And so we'll be patient here. Price rejected off our EMA, that's easy to see too. But everything's hindsight, so not gonna worry about that. Let's see if we can get a trade here, and then we'll talk about expectations, trades, and everything else. All right. Okay, waiting. If we get price to pull up, we'll take a short. I'm gonna go short right there. I don't know where my entry was. Yeah, early as hell. It's okay. Up 60, even, up 60, even, down 60, down 80. Okay, so I think I like my spot here. Let's just see what price where it wants to go. Where it wants to take me. We've done a really good job of catching some big trades when it's trending. So we'll let this one let it dance and do its thing. Okay, there's 180, 100, 60. Okay, waiting. 120. Okay, we're gonna close that one out at $100. Not because I don't think it's gonna go down, but because it was dancing a little bit. And this is fine. I don't mind it dancing. But what I'm waiting for is for price to do something different. So we closed out, and this is the one that I actually closed out properly without getting tore up. Now we have price push up green here. This doesn't mean the move's over, but we're gonna be patient because this candle basically erased this previous one. And so if we're gonna get price to come down, it's gonna happen after this candle. So potential long setup right here, which looks good, honestly. Looks really good. Model's saying long, so the prediction's long. Okay, potentially go back up into here. I can see that. But hopefully, if this thing continues, we should have ourselves a nice little downtrend here. So we'll see. We'll be patient here and we'll wait. Be patient and wait. Patient and wait. And we're doing just fine. All right. So. All right. Cool. All right. So model was about spot on with entry plus pullback. Okay. That candle was red. The prediction here is probably gonna be long. Just fine. Give it a couple seconds. So there's nothing going on right here, but we've made a new little area here. So I don't really know how to explain this other than the fact that like price has found its own little zone again to make, which price likes to consolidate. This is a mini consolidation zone. This is a consolidation zone over here as well, by the way. Like this little spot right here, price breaks out, new consolidation zone. Okay, so not like there's a huge and a bunch of opportunity right here, but here's another consolidation zone right there, essentially. Price breaks out and it runs. Oops, and then here's another one over here, right? Let's move these drawings. When price consolidate, that's good. That means that buyers and sellers agree, but that also means that price is gonna break out of here at some point, and then we will be there to catch it on a nice little pullback. So ATR is sitting at 6, so we gotta be really patient here because we'll get one candle to come in here and blow this whole thing up. All right, so we're looking for a short, that's definite. I'm gonna go sell right there. Entry wasn't great at all, but it's gonna have to be decent. Let's see if we can get about $200 on this trade, about 2.5 points. Let's see if we can get down 180 right now. Okay, down 120, down 200. Okay, entry was a little shy of where it should have been. Be patient here. 140. Okay, let's see, up 40, down 80. Okay, so price is peaking down. Let's see what it wants to do here. Struggling to be profitable, which is always a telltale sign that we could either be early or we're in a good spot. Up 140, up 260, 200, 180, 240. $300. We'll take 260 on that one. I got out probably a little bit too soon. If this thing pops up again, I'll take a short, but there we go. Let's go sell right there. Early again. Ah, fuck. Early again. All right, so let's wait. My entry again was just slightly early, but we had to play the game here, or play the trade. Let's see, 200 minus 240. All right, minus 360. All right, so we got it when we give it back. Got to give it back. Got to give it back. Like this has been very inconsistent and choppy for me so far this morning, as far as seeing things. Still profitable on the day, which is good, but we are certainly giving back easy profits here on the day. Super choppy. So we're just above break even on the day, which is good, but man, it has been tough sledding here on a couple of these trades. Now, the same thing has happened where we've gotten like 3 candles in a row or so, and then we get a green, 3 or 4 in a row, then we get a green, or 3 or 4 in a green, and then we get a red. We've seen this a few times, and so the thing that I could have noticed on this candle first, I'm gonna go to bar replay really fast and show you guys. Maybe I go one more candle back. Here we go. All right, so let me see how this performed again. Well, I guess I have to wait another candle or so. But typically, when this candle opens up, typically when a candle opens a certain direction, not typically, but oftentimes, candles will open in a certain direction and then close in an opposite direction, which is how I came up with the updated predictive model, of course, or just the predictive model in general, is understanding price action. What I should have seen really quick is that on this candle here, price opened and ran red. It ran down first, then it popped up going green. Like this candle right here is turning red. Like this is an excellent chance for me to take a long right here. Here, I'll take a long to show you guys this. Poor fill. But it opens up red, and so the assumption is that this candle is going to end up going green or getting positive. So let's see. So the first half was red. We're looking for the second half to be green. That's the theory, and it looks like that theory's about to get blown out of the water here. All right, so L there. But that's the idea. It didn't work out too well in this case. All right, well, so now we have definitely, it looks like sellers stepping in. So let's go ahead and so now we're probably down about 200 bucks on the day, which is fine. Not a problem at all. So we're just being super impatient, but let's see what we get here. All right, so we have this push down here. So these are all definite actions. I like this a lot. And we have price trending back down, so that's good. I like the way that looks. So let's gear up and get ourselves a short here. Okay. I'm gonna go sell right there. Probably a little early, but we don't want to be late on this one. So let's see. Down 20, down 120, which is fine. 160, 280. I'm waiting here. I'm gonna exit and get in again. Let's see. Sell, re-enter. All right. So I think this is gonna be better, but if it doesn't, then we're just gonna have to just be done with this move. All right, so I should have exited and re-entered probably a little higher, about 2 points higher or so than where I got in. Again, I still think this thing is gonna come down based on the theory that, again, price will open and go the direction it wants to at first, and then it will eventually go in the direction it should later on. All right, so 280, okay, 360, 400. Let's see what we get on this one. 460, 440. All right, we'll take that. 3 and change. Let's see if we get another one here. Wait for the price to pull up a little bit. Okay, I sell right there. And I'm wondering what price wants to do here. So I waited a little bit. I'm wondering if I should have waited a little longer before getting into this trade here. Let's see. And again, I'm probably just looking to get price back to even on this candle, and then we'll take there we go, 240, 180, 240, 280. Okay, we'll take 200 bucks on that one again. So there's back-to-back solid trades in a row. Being patient, okay. All right, good. All right, so we're chilling. We're doing good here. It's just we're having some trades that are really giving us are just giving back what we should already have, right? We should already have a solid, super profitable setup here. And now this, we're looking for probably a long right here, if anything. So I'm gonna let this chill for a second before I take another trade here. ETH's up 4%, Bitcoin's down about 1%. Okay. All right, cool. So we'll chill. We're waiting, and we'll see what happens here. Look, the price action on the 5-minute chart looks pretty solid as well. So we have definite slopage down, and we are sitting at like here essentially, which 62 is right there. Like this is kind of the level that price is bouncing at, and so we could get price to slope way down here. We could also get price to bounce and reverse back up. Hard to say, who knows? And that's why we have to wait and be patient. But so far, so good. We took, I would say, let me drink this first. Today's been a bit better than break even, but not exactly where we want to be just yet. And the reason for that is, I think, pretty obvious, which is there are just a couple candles that have basically taken out large sums of profit for us. Which one was it? This over here, this candle right here was the start of it. So this was the bad trade right there, right? We had another one, this candle here potentially, and then I'm not sure if there was one over here or not. I don't remember exactly what happened here. But we had a couple candles in a row, or a couple of trades where we gave back, $300-400 of profit. I think we had one that was like 4 something. But basically about $700 or so of trades that were just bad trades. You're going to lose trades. This is what I was going to make earlier. Doesn't matter the system, doesn't matter the strategy. You're going to lose trades. That's a non-negotiable. Nobody wins every trade. And this looks like a short forming. I'm not going to take it yet, but it looks like a short could be forming here. The trades that you lose are part. The market is hard. This is hard to do. Trading is hard. Okay, it takes a lot of patience, a lot of practice. You have to stick to one system. Find one that you like and stick to it. The thing after that, though, is you have to eliminate the bad trades. And you guys have literally seen me do this a couple times now. Take really bad trades. Trades that I take where I think price, I don't remember which one it was. I wonder if I can put like the trades on here. Give me 1 second. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys all of them, but like this one right here wasn't a bad one. It just wasn't great. This one was, I don't remember what that, I think that was a bad one. Let me see. Yeah, this one right here was a really bad one right here. Like there are just a couple trades that like take out most of your profit. I'm gonna get those off the screen now. They're really jumbling up everything. I think this is it. No, executions, here we go. There are just a few trades that kind of mess everything up. And so we just need to do the best job we can at getting away from those. Now, previously, in my personal trading, back when I was a lot greener than I am now, the trades that I shouldn't have taken, that I knew I shouldn't have taken, would blow up an account, or I'd blow up my eval, blow up a PA account, blow up my own money, whatever it was, I'd blow up the account. Now it just makes me break even, and so the days where I make the most money, I just take the least amount of boneheaded trades. That's all it is. It's pretty rare that I would go a day without losing a trade, because I like to take risks. I'm going to be aggressive, but there are a lot of days where I don't take bad trades. That is an evolution, and once you are able to get over that hump, and you can still see I have days like today where I miss out, but when you can get over that hump, it gets a lot easier to be profitable, to trade and make really good money. So let's see, ATR is sitting at 6, and so I'm sure price will start to trend here a little bit. We'll start to get some really nice movement, speak of. So let's see what we get here, but I don't like the ATR being so low during the day. It's 10:30 already, and the market's basically telling us that we're just gonna chop, and we might range, as in we might like move up and down, but there isn't an intense movement one way or the other. No, that could be because Powell's gonna give us something, and so again, he speaks at 12:45, which is in 2 hours and 15 minutes. So potentially there's a chance for us to get some movement after that, but we want to be patient and wait. So let's see what we got here. Okay, let's see. All right, so price again is basically, this is our box right here, and we're just gonna hang out. Price isn't moving up higher than this. It's not moving lower than that 160 or 462 level. It could, but we're gonna see. And so until we get something new, we're gonna wait and not take any trades. But then when it gives us a break, like it could be right now, then maybe we'll have a move. All right, so here's price breaking out. There we go. All right. Okay, let's get out of bar replay. I don't know why it's on there. Okay, and all right, so price moves lower than that previous low, and it makes a new low here. Now this new low, I'm not necessarily too concerned about, even if price doesn't close all the way down here. If this thing closes green and moves up, that would be like, maybe this move isn't gonna be a real move. But if we get lower movement here, then we should have ourselves a decent little something. Let's see. Okay, so push up, nope. Okay, so we could be seeing this thing be down. Let's see. 5 minute. Now the next deviation band is at 446, so that's almost 20 points away, 18 points away. We're not gonna get back to VWAP, I don't think, so that's good. But we're not seeing any strong trend yet. So again, we're gonna wait because this move could turn into something, and then we'll have ourselves a really nice trade. So let's be patient here because this slope edge down is very easy to see, but we haven't gotten like a real break yet. We've just got a couple super solid candles, but nothing like no solid movement like we saw over here. So, okay, I'm gonna say that we got ourselves a decent move here. Let's wait for it. I'm gonna go sell right there. Okay, my entry was actually pretty good for all the grief I give TradingView. That's actually pretty good. My execution, my fill was good. The entry we'll see. Only time will tell if that's good or not. All right, so enter a little early. It looks like. Let's see. Okay, we're down 40, down 20, down 140. I'm okay with being down 140 or so. It's not a huge deal to me. Up 20, up 40. Just wait. This is what we're trading into. Okay, so 100. Let's see. Again, I'm not going to fight for this thing to give me $500 or $1,000. I just want to see it do something. Well, let's wait. Okay, and it could be that this is just the bottom, right? That is also very possible. Hopefully it's not, but it could be. 160, 120, 100. Damn. 80. Fires and sellers back and forth, back and forth. There we go, 240. Okay, we'll take 140 or 200 on that. Let's see. $200 on that trade, really good. All right, so solid trade there. New candle goes down a little bit. If we get price to push back up higher, I'll go short somewhere between this 58 and 59 level. This like 1 point right here, wick right here, 1 and 2. See if we can get a retest of either one of those levels, and then maybe we'll go short. Let's see. So I'm ignoring that one. Let's see if we can get price to get up here. Okay. Sell. Okay. 40, 80, perfect entry, almost perfect. 120. Now we're down 40. Now we're down 40 for sure. Down 80. Down 160. Down 100. Let's see what we got here. Down 200. 260. 200. 160. Okay, down 260 on that one. So basically just gave back what we made and then a little bit of some as well. Damn. So we're just trading this thing back and forth, which is really annoying, but we're seeing some movement here. So long right there potentially. Okay, and I've basically gotten hit a couple times on this same sort of price action. So again, price pushes down here, then it reverses all the way back up. So my entry was solid. I was up 120 or something, or $100, and I should have taken that, especially going against the grain the way I was. But had my entry been a little higher, I could be profitable on this trade. So there were a couple ways for me to have made money on that trade. One was getting out when I was profitable, which is probably the worst case. Like you definitely don't want that to be the thing, because you had a chance and then you just didn't take it. That's always like, that's not the greatest. The other is though that if I just waited another smidge, I could have had a nice, easy trade. Now I would have had to exit pretty soon because this thing turned green really fast and went high. All right, so here's price bouncing at that same level that we basically talked about before. And let's see what we got here. So shaky day for me so far, I'd say. All right, so let's see if this thing can go red, and then maybe we want to take a trade back inside the channel because that's what we've been seeing before. But this is not enough movement for me to take anything. All right, so let's see. Okay. All right, so nothing there yet. Let's see if price wants to make some, wants to go long again. We'll take that. The price is underneath the 50, so we should be looking to take shorts here only, but we'll see. Okay, so again, good trades here and even here. Like these were good opportunities, but this one here was the end. Now this one, whether this one's a loss or not, is totally fine. Like this was a good one. We just had to wait for this one to form. So not like no. This is like a long I could potentially take, but I'm gonna wait for the next candle. So still look for longs, I guess. We just had to wait a little bit for this one. Damn, we could have gotten it though. We would have had from this one to here about 4 points, $300 or so, $250, $300, depending on my fill. So not terrible, not great, not terrible. We had a chance though. We didn't get it, but we had a chance. Okay. All right. Let's see. So on the 5 minute, we're definitely trending, which is good. We're trending down. That's nice. Now let's see if we can get price outside of our channel, and then we'll take a nice little short here, and we'll try to capture, $200-300. We're at 6 on the ATR, so we got enough movement to make some damage, but not a ton. And it's just been okay so far today. It hasn't been great. Obviously yesterday was much better for us in some movement. Today has been basically break even, so nothing special so far. Let's see. Nothing special so far. All right, pop up, and then let's see if we can get a short in here. Well, that was it. Now, price only moving about a point up isn't gonna be huge because this is only like a 2-point move right here. So we need to see price make a little bit larger of a move, and then we'll take a trade, but we're gonna wait. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right, price pushing down, good. And the important thing is, and we're not done trading yet, but the important thing is that even though there are losses, even if you are down on the day a little bit, or any sort of trading, we just don't want these losses to blow up our account. Like we want to avoid blowing up accounts at all possible if we can, with 1 or 2 bad trades. Let's see, let the price pop up here a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go sell right there. Probably a little early, but let's see if we can get about $200 on this trade and we'll get out. There's 80, there's 120, 140. Okay. Okay, we'll exit that at 120. Probably could have had a little bit more, but a lot more. But seeing as how prices responded recently, if there is more to be had, then we'll get it on the next candle. But we're gonna capture profit here and get ourselves right back to break even. I struggle taking losses before I know I'm down big. Yeah, Ron, that's huge. Understood. Yeah, Ron, it's part of the game. Obviously, contracts can play a huge factor in that. Depending on the contracts you're trading, being down big is relative also to the account. But what I would say is like, we don't want any losses. Like there shouldn't be like one loss or one trade that like blows up the entire account, right? We don't want that to be the case. Now it's like if you have, $200 of margin left, that's fine. But what we don't want is like a minus $600, $700, $800 trade, because it's so unlikely that price is going to come back in your favor. Like if you're down that much and you don't usually catch $800, $900 trades, then we have to cut losses, and that's part of it. Like this is also a really good learning too. Like you guys can see, like all the setups that I want to take, they're good, they're there. What gets me in trouble is trying to be a little bit too aggressive on some of these trades that are obviously not good trades to be taking. And how I know they're obvious, because everybody could have seen that it was a bad trade, but somehow I still took it. All right, so let's see. If this thing snaps back, then we could just be waiting for price to make a new low here. If it continues to push down, we could be getting down to this 47 level potentially as another deviation band, right? Or well, the Kelton channel too, our channel right here. All right, let's see. So this candle might not give us anything. Let's see. ATR again is still super low. All right, we're just above 6. We're waiting. Okay. Be impatient. Be impatient. Now, if these candles trade inside of themselves, and by that I mean inside the wicks, if they trade inside the wicks here, then it might not be something that I really want to be a part of. I only sim trade right now. I'm trying to learn TradingView. Lost too much on my Thinkorswim live account. Yeah, Ron, no doubt. Definitely want to learn through sim. I respect that for sure because that's the most responsible thing you could do. But regardless of where you're trading, damn, I hate these wicks right here. These are annoying because I know how to work these, but they can also mean a lot of things. So a lot of buying down here. Now what that means for right now is that what price could mean or could be doing is if it gets down here again, we could like see price snap and then run really high, and then maybe we'll be looking for a long here inside the channel. So I'm gonna get rid of that line right there because obviously price has violated that. All right, so let's get rid of this too. Okay, so price gets pretty low. All right, so we get this right here. If this sets up the way I think it will, I'm thinking that this will be this potentially. So wait for a pullback and then go long inside the channel because we're getting price back inside the channel now if I see it. So let's see. Now why this candle and not this one? This candle here could have been that, but this one basically was red the entire way, open all the way through. If this thing pops up like this after seeing all these wicks again, let's see if this next candle will drop down a little bit and maybe we can go and get ourselves a long trade here. Okay, drop, nope, didn't drop enough. Okay, and it runs. So idea is correct. The execution wasn't great because it didn't give me any chance. And now I don't want to take a long, seeing this wick right here. I don't want to take this, even if it works out, I don't want to take this trade because now I'm not sure. Okay, so this was just a one candle hesitation potentially. So price is still trending down. We've seen it, every couple of candles now. So let's see if this trend can continue. Now remember, we're riding the channel pretty hard here, and so it's going to be choppy no matter how we slice it. Got to be patient, and then just be diligent about these trades. Let's see what we got here. I actually feel pretty good about today's trading. We had a couple bad trades that gave away some decent profit, so we should be up probably $400 to $500 or so. Should be, maybe more. We had some bad trades, but overall, the trades that I've lost that have been here, so if we go short right here, we get price pull up a little bit. Yeah, late. I was late. I was super late. Shit. All right, so should have entered somewhere in here. I saw price sit, and I was thinking price was just gonna blast down. It didn't, and so I got in at basically at a point where I don't want to be in at. So let's see what price wants to do here, and we'll have to exit probably with a decent little loss, potentially. Let's see. Should have waited another 20 seconds. We would have had it better fill. Now, if this thing still goes down, that's fine. I just won't make as much. So I could have made an extra $200. It's fine. Let's see. If this thing turns red, we'll be in good shape. If it bounces up, we're out of here. Okay. Waiting around. 200. So we're sitting, which is not great. So now we need this next candle to do something, which isn't really where I want to be. All right. So push person up, down. Okay. Exit that trade. Oh, it went profitable. All right, went to even. I still would be down on this trade. I would just be down less. So have to get out of that. I have to keep the integrity of not only the account, but just my own trading. Can't have a situation where, we're sitting at a spot. I'm hoping it goes, and it just doesn't. So price sat here. I could have made a little bit of money on this candle here, but I wasn't able to capture it. So just not the best trade for me as far as entry. So on this trade, the reason I lost was due to entry, not because I misread anything. My entry was just too soon, I guess. I could have waited a little bit longer, and I would have had an entry up here, and that entry would have been profitable for me at some point, whether it was on the next candle or the same candle would have been up, 180 or so, $200 potentially. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, new push down, which is good. ATR sitting at 6, just about, so not great, but decent. Let's see what we got here. We have price pushing back down to our deviation line here, so not so super solid movement here. Let's see what we got. Is a good long, 2144. I don't know, Ryan. I don't trade that way. I don't know. Like that'd be a strong reversal into this trend. So it could work out potentially. Like definitely has a chance. Definitely has a chance, but everything has a chance. I don't know. I wouldn't. That's not how I would trade. Only because if I miss and I misread it, then price is going to fly by me and I'm going to get stomped out. I'd rather miss this way where price is reversing because there's still a lot of selling activity. So I don't like to go against the trend. I really don't want to do that. So if it gets down there, then take that trade and try it out. But I don't want to go like long into this. I'd rather wait and see if I can get myself a decent little push up right here. Yeah, so we'll see. So 44, did we get there? We got close, about 4 points away. All right. Okay, just gotta be patient. 50% fib on 5 minute. Ron, again, if it works out, it works out. I just don't trade that way. It's not really what I'm into. If it works out, it works out. But you just have to kind of see and let it play itself out here. Maybe we don't even get it. I don't know. We're gonna see what price wants to do here. So a decent reversal back into the channel. So solid there. Okay. Now, does price want to go up from here, or is it just kind of chilling and trying to reset? So let's see. If we get a nice open down, I'll take that and go long because I like this candle a lot. Let's see. If price pulls back a little bit. Okay, if that's all it was going to give me, then I don't know. That was a great pullback. Let's see. And if it goes super deep, then it's not a great one at all. Let's go long right there. I'm going against the recent trend, but what I want to see is where I was in the channel, we rose up, we had buyers step in. Now I want to see price snap back up and continue this upward movement, maybe to the upside of this channel. So let's see. So down 40, no problem, even. Up 40, good. Up 100, up 80. Okay, so we're just sitting. Sitting could be good, because sitting could be terrible too, so let's wait. Down 80, down 60. So this is going to be a small loss or a win regardless. Let's see what we got. Minus 40, plus 40. Okay, plus 100. 140, 120. Okay, we'll take $100. Oh, could have had a little bit more, but that's okay. We'll take $100 on that one. Solid, nonetheless, super solid there. So we'll just wait. Let's see what we got here. Okay. And so the next trade here isn't a trade, right? The reason I took this trade is because we had price fly into the channel. It reversed down. My entry was a little bit too soon. Probably was in here. It should have been like right here. And then we had price fly up. Now this next candle is not the trade. This is not a trade here. What we want to see is price get outside the channel, pull back, and then run up some more. That would be what we're looking at. So let's see what we got here. And Ron, we didn't get to that 44 level. We could potentially in the future and not be too far, but price really bounced off the deviation of VWAP. So this is a 50% deviation from VWAP is where it bounced. I don't read into it too much because it works out when it works out, it doesn't when it doesn't. I'm looking for a long here. Let's see. I'm gonna go long right there. Okay. I don't know why I didn't click. What? What are we doing? Why are we not in this trade? Hello, let's go. Okay, I'm in. I don't know if that saved me or not, I'm not sure. But that was the execution I wasn't looking for. Do 20, 140, 60, 80, up 20. Okay, can we get to even here? Even, good, 100. All right, so we might not be able to get this one here. Maybe we will. There we go, 140, 180, 140. Okay, we'll close that one out at $60 and we'll just wait. So not a great trade, not a great trade at all. I saw a deep pullback and I wanted to take it, but not a great trade there at all. 1 minute also, Ron, I see that. at the end of the day, you know, Ron, you bring up some good points here that I want to talk about, because like there are hundreds of things that you could look at and at the end of the day justify as to what did or didn't happen. Like very easy to do that. And you just have to pick and choose like what you find valuable, and then from there you just use that. Whether it's the 200 EMA on a 1 minute chart, like that's something. Whether it's a 50 EMA on a 5, it could be VWAP, it could be Fibonacci, it could be anything. It could be a double top on the daily. I don't know. Like it could be anything. But you have to basically trade with one set of ideas and then just use that. And then if your idea is wrong, just accept the fact that that was a bad trade. And if it was right, accept the fact that that was a good read and a good trade. But no system's going to get everything. And that's why I don't like having a ton of stuff on the chart, because it basically slows you down from making really good decisions. And that's what we don't want to be there. We don't want to be in a spot where we're taking, too many trades based on different things, right? We want to make sure that we use a simple set of criteria, and then from there we're able to execute trades, because we really can't know if we won or lost a trade if we have like 10 different things that we're looking at and we use one of them, and then the next trade we use another thing, and the next trade we use another thing. It makes it really difficult to be consistent. So for me personally, all I'm looking at is price ideally to be outside the channel. If it gets back in the channel like it did here, this is a good trade. This was a bad trade, but because price pulled back so far, I kind of thought maybe. So I didn't make a lot, so it wasn't really a good trade at all, but I didn't make a lot, so it didn't matter. But like if price gets back in the channel, this is a move, and if price pulls up on a reversal, it pulls up a little bit, then this is potentially a good trade as well. Those are the two setups I like to trade. I want to be outside the channel, ideally. Sometimes I'll be inside the channel, but rarely. And that's what I'm looking at. I keep an eye on the VWAP and deviations on a 5 minute, but everything else I don't really care about. Even though these EMA clouds are on here, 5, 12, 34, 50, I'm not trading off of them. Even though price does bounce every once in a while off of them, I'm not paying attention to it. But that's how I like to trade. And so if Fibonacci or EMAs or anything that you see is working for you, then just use that, as it will likely provide at least some way of you studying and be like, okay, I can improve here. But if you have 15 different things that we're looking at or could have used, then we're not even, there's no way to improve. That's too much variability. We just want to use one or two things and go from there. So let's see what we got here. Okay, price is off a cliff. So we have a new little consolidation zone here, right? We have price here and here. And we're just kind of chilling, waiting around. And, which is good. So let's see here. Waiting. And at some point, price will likely break out of this little region right here. It'll either come down or go up. And so we want to be there to catch that. But these are the trades that we just want to avoid. Now, whether, I don't trade this way, but whether or not price reacts off of this deviation line like it did here, I don't know. I'm also not going to trade that way, because sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Like this line here, sure. This line here, no, yeah, kind of. But before it didn't matter at all. Price sliced through it multiple times. So I don't put too much stock into any one specific thing. But I do think that if price breaks out of our channel, I'm going to go long after it pulls back, if it gives me that. So let's see here. And the model says short, which is fine. But since we're inside the channel, we're just going to wait. And then when we get this move, so here's what the 5 minute's doing. We push down, strong buying down here, strong buying here. So again, I'm not a trend line trader, but this is, to me, is pretty easy to see. Like this is kind of what we're looking at. Like that-ish, kind of like that. And so we'll see what happens. But a lower high, I'm sorry. Yeah, a higher low, set it backwards. So price drops here. That's a lot higher than it was down here. So we could be building up here. Now let's see what price wants to do. So maybe not this candle, but maybe the next. So it's a potential long, okay? We're just waiting. And it could be, again, it could be slow. It could be really choppy, but I mean, this is just hard to trade when you get price just sitting on the channel, it is hard to trade. So days like today, this is, for me, in the way I trade, it's been a little bit choppy. For other people, it's probably been a great day if they trade ranges and whatnot. But on a day like today, as long as we don't blow up an account, like that is huge improvement, and it's good. As long as we're not blowing up accounts. So if we have today I would consider a bad day because we're break even. But as long as we don't blow up any accounts, we're good. That's what we want to see. So still have plenty of room here. Let's see what we got. Plenty of time to keep trading. As long as price gives us some solid candles, we'll take that. Okay, so here's price. There it goes. Now let's see if we can get price to pull back. Perfect. Pull back a little bit, and then we'll take a long. Okay, so if it doesn't give it to us on this candle, then that's okay. We'll just have to wait. So here's that deviation line there. Price blew past it. Good. Okay, so we didn't get an opportunity to enter here. Whoa. So now we have to wait and see if price will give us something on the next candle. Because if this thing were to go red, that would not be good. We would not want to take that trade. Just wait. All right, so price inside the channel. Really good. Really good. The next thing we're looking for is a pullback. Outside the channel, great. Pullback, ideally into our zone, ideally. And then we take a good trade. Let's see what we got. My boy Ron. Ron's the GOAT. Ron, you're the GOAT. Ron, we've been rocking together for a pretty long time, so happy to still have you around. Says something about both of us, I guess. So let's keep it rolling, my boy. All right, we're looking for a long here. Let's see what we got. Pullback, if we can get that, I'll take it. We might not get a pullback though. Wait. Nope, not yet. Okay, so nothing here. I'm not gonna be aggressive and jump in. I'm gonna wait. And price is stalled out for 20 seconds, who cares? Not an issue. But wow, 30 seconds of just no movement. Okay. ATR is just down in the gutter. All right. So there's some solid movement there. For reference, this candle has moved 1 point, so basically nothing. All right, so let's see if this trend will continue on the next candle. Let's hope this one stays green, because if it doesn't, that would be ugly. And here's the 5 minute, which this one has given us about 10 points of movement. That's good. All right, so next candle here, let's see if we can get along. Entering right there. Fill was ass, per usual. Up 80 bucks, up 20 bucks, even, okay? Up 20, up 40, down 20. Okay, so my fill was probably a tad, about a point early. So nothing to be too upset about. Not gonna be perfect. What we don't want to see is price get way down into here. That would not be good for us. Okay, so we're down 120. Again, our fill just wasn't great, but to be expected with TradingView. Minus 40. And again, ultimately, whether I lose, or make, if I miss out on 40 bucks or so, like most of the money is going to be made or lost based on a bad decision, not necessarily my fill. My fill is whatever it is. All right, so there's price pushing back up for me. It was. Get ready to close that one out, minus 200 bucks. Okay, so we tried it. We got, 5 greens in a row, pull back, and then price erases that move here. So we saw this here. It happens. Not the best way to cap that one off. I'm kind of annoyed about that actually. But ATR is super low, and we just don't have anything worth trading at this point. All right, well, we'd like to close it out on a win, but I think that's gonna have to do it for us. So, okay day. We had a couple bad decisions that I think cost us more than anything. We had some losses, of course, but losses come with the game. Like if you trade, you will lose. That is fine, that's part of it. Let's see if maybe this thing can make a new move for us before we head out of here. If we don't, then we don't. But losses are a part of it. The biggest thing is we want to make sure that we avoid like bad decision making. And we had a couple bad trades that I took that were just bad decisions. And that's what costed me profitability for today. And maybe I would have broken even or gotten close to it. We actually ended up finishing down only about 300 bucks. So not bad. Like we definitely preserved the account, which is good. but we definitely didn't do what we were supposed to do for today, and because of that we missed out on being profitable. So again, we probably would have been a couple $100 profitable, so not a huge deal, but we definitely missed out on some easy ones. Let's see if this move here can give us something. If it does, we'll take a trade. If it doesn't, then we'll close the day out and we'll be done. So let's see. If this thing makes a new little high right here, we'll take it. If it doesn't, then we'll wait. And I'm sure it'll make a move later on today. Again, Powell speaks at 12:45 my time, so an hour and 40 minutes is when he jumps on. So the market will definitely respond to that. Okay, here's a little bit of a new high movement here. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right. If I get a decent pullback, I'll take a trade. If not, then we'll let it run. All right, let's see. Yeah, ATR is just sloping down. Okay, well, good trading today. Again, a couple bad decisions really hindered the performance of our account. Not to be too concerned. Really solid, a lot of really good trades in there. But we had a couple sloppy ones too. And the sloppy ones, bad decision making, not seeing the market as clear as we should have, really costed us today. But we didn't blow up an account or anything like that, so it's good. We just didn't finish profitable like we could have. So I think at the peak we were up $700, I think, or so. And we ended up finishing down 300. So not a huge deal. We traded back down 1,000. It happens. We did really well yesterday. So we're give and take. So again, as long as we avoid bad decisions, we'll be okay. But that's going to be all for today. I really appreciate you guys joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And I should have Brennan with us too. So he'll bring some magic. I'll see you guys.